All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Will Zanders, and let's dive into the goods. Today, we're going to be talking about 10 ways to build your network marketing business. Throughout this video, I will use the terms network marketing and MLM, multi-level marketing, interchangeably. Okay, I'm not only a multi-million-dollar earner in network marketing. I've helped dozens and dozens and dozens of people achieve anywhere from 6 figures up to 7 figures in income, and I want to share one of my best strategies with you. Before we jump in, I really want to be clear about 3 non-negotiables in this profession. Number 1, a good product is non-negotiable. If you wouldn't use it yourself, don't expect anyone else to. It needs to be something you're proud to stand behind, something you'd recommend even if there was no money involved. Doesn't matter if it's a digital product, which I personally kind of stay away from, or a physical, tangible product. Okay, a tangible product. I prefer tangible products. They much better from a legality standpoint. But it needs to be something you can stand behind, even if there was no money involved. Number 2, an aggressive pay plan. You need an aggressive pay plan that pays you what you're worth. That is another non-negotiable. So non-negotiable number 1, a good product that you believe in. Number 2, an aggressive pay plan, because if your comp plan is weak, you'll end up working like a full-timer for part-time money, which is not what any of us are here to do. And the third non-negotiable is that you need to be making money doing something that you feel you can actually do. For example, some methods sound good on paper, but if you don't feel you can do it, or it's using skills that you don't have or can't acquire, it's just not the right fit for you. So this video is going to be about that last one. Now, luckily, there's an infinite number of ways to build these type of businesses, but today we'll be going over just 10 of my proven and tested favorite ways to build a business, okay? So we'll be keeping it very general so that you understand the concepts. The scripts and exact details, you can get that from the person who sent you this video, or you can contact me directly via email or Facebook at the links below, and I'll contact you with the leader in your area who can walk you through the specifics, okay? So number 1, drop cards. We're gonna start off old school tonight, drop cards. I love drop cards. Why? I use a particular brand. You can get these at www.localleadcards.com. I'll put the link below. But the bottom line is, you leave these anywhere, they look like very crisp $100 bills, but there's a billboard message inside. I love these because they're pocket-sized billboards. You can leave them in high traffic areas. You can be very crafty with these. They're very cheap. They're scalable. They're duplicatable. They work 24/7 wherever they are. Someone's going to pick this up and get your message, and people rarely throw them away. Even if they don't take advantage of the opportunity or the product that is on the inside of these, they typically just hand them off to another person like a joke or a prank, and these will go viral. These will go hand to hand to hand to hand until some sharp individual will look at the message and say, you know what, I was looking for a product like that, or you know what, I was looking for a business opportunity to make some extra money so I can retire from one of my 3 part-time jobs, things like that. So that's the pros. They're cheap, they don't cost a lot, a couple of pennies a piece. They're duplicatable, they work 24/7, they're curiosity based, which you know I love. The cons are they have a lower response rate without a ton of volume. So you can't just put 3 of these into the marketplace like near an ATM machine, or in the vending machine where people get their change at, or maybe in a book at a bookstore. You can't just put 3 out there and expect the magic to happen. These work with volume. This is a volume tool, okay? And they also require strategic placement, and that's part of the fun. I'll give you a tip. Every Halloween, regardless of whether or not you celebrate it, if children ever come to your home or to your apartment and you put candy in their bag, make sure to put 2 of these in the bag too. So when the kids get home and they dump the bag out of candy on the floor, the parents are going to see the $100. They're going to go right to it. And they don't know where it came from, who it came from, but they're so curious. A lot of times they'll visit your opportunity. And in my experience, sometimes they'll join, and that's what you're looking for. So also another tip, place them where your ideal prospect already is. If you're a gym person, stash them at the gym somewhere like a ninja. If you're a coffee shop person, if you're a nutrition store person, Every time you see a fishbowl with business cards in it at a restaurant, or one of those community boards at different places where people live, where you see all of the business cards and advertisements, these are solid gold. So number one, drop cards. We call them the silent recruiter. They're awesome for introverts. I absolutely love them. And they work really well if your company website is geared for first-time lookers at the business opportunity. Our company has great websites. We create great websites. I highly recommend you have a good website. That'll increase your conversion rate by over 400%. Number two, business announcement text. Now, this is solid gold. I'm giving you some solid gold right now. This is a simple text message. I'll give it to you right now. The pros are it's fast, it's personal, it's free, it's very duplicatable. The cons are it really is dependent on the type of product that you have or the quality of the website. So for example, we have a weight loss product that's super amazing, doesn't cost a lot, and it has its own replicated website that our company gives us for free. But I can tell you, even if the company didn't give us free replicated websites, I believe in it so much, this business announcement text, that I would get my own website created by our web designers, okay? So here's the thing. This is the text message. I'm not going to say it 17 times. You can pause and rewind if you need it. But I would send a text. Hey, Jeff, this is Will. Please do me a favor and share this website with anybody you know who's looking to lose weight. Thanks. Simple. Now, notice in that text message, did I ask Jeff to buy anything? No. Did I ask Jeff to sell anything? No. Did I ask Jeff to join my team? Absolutely not. I simply asked him to share a website with anybody he knew that was looking to lose some weight and keep it off, or something to that effect. So Jeff may not share this with anybody, but most human beings are curious creatures, and he's going to click on that link himself because number one, human beings are curious, and number two, it's safe because he knows me. It's a business announcement text. It's a text message that is designed simply for you to get your warm market of cell phone contacts, which can be anywhere from 600 to a couple thousand people, to just put them on notice that you have a product or you have a service. You can use it for the business opportunity too, depending on how quality your website is for your company or how good your video is. Hey, Jeff, this is Will. Please do me a favor. Share this website with anybody you know who's looking to make some extra money this summer. Easy peasy, right? Just keep it to that first text and notice that the value of it is you're not asking them to buy, sell, or join. But in my experience, when you use that text with a product, especially a product that my mentor Dale would call vanity wealth, beauty, anti-aging, weight loss for sure, it is solid gold, and you'll probably get some orders from that. I know I did, okay? Number three, these are going to be back-to-back, three of my favorite methods. Number three, paid email, paid traffic, okay? Paid traffic, but specifically for email. For example, I like to buy large lists of emails, okay? Hundreds of thousands of emails. Why? Because I can send my offer and target it to certain lists of emails. Everybody gets emails all the time. That's not weird. Sometimes it'll go to spam. Most times they won't even read it. But a lot of people do read it. And when they do, some of those people will evaluate the product or the opportunity. Okay, so I absolutely love paid traffic, specifically email addresses and leads that come from emails of people who reached out for information at some point in the past about a business opportunity or possibly a product, okay? The pros of that is that sending emails, it's very duplicatable. Now, are the email traffic free? No, you have to pay money for that, but you make more than you spend if you do it right. So I've never had a problem with it. So it's duplicatable, and you can reach thousands, in fact, hundreds of thousands of people in a very short amount of time. Now, that being said, here's some of the negatives, some of the cons. It does require money. Okay, on top of you in your company, on top of your monthly product order, you do have to spend money, for example, on drop cards. If you want to use that, you don't have to spend money on a business announcement text. That's free, solid gold. You do have to spend money to acquire email addresses that are legitimate, scrubbed, a good verified list, an opt-in list, so you're not getting any spam trouble or anything like that. But it does cost money. So that's one of the cons. And again, another one of the cons is It's a volume-based thing. You can't send 10 emails and go, okay, I'm gonna just wait for the diamonds to join. No, it takes hundreds, if not thousands of emails, but the results are amazing. Here's a pro tip. Use curiosity in the subject lines. Your email has to be opened before it's even read, okay? You gotta put some emphasis and some attention to your subject lines, okay? But I do love that. And again, if you used drop cards, if you use the business announcement text, if you use emails, you'll get a good number of customers if you use those systems consistently, but also you'll get a couple of reps as well. And when you get reps that are serious about building a business, you can train them to acquire new reps and acquire new retail customers, so you don't have to keep doing this. So none of this stuff has to be done forever, but I do recommend you pick 1, 2, maybe 3 ways out of this list of 10 and just do that till you get the job done. And after that, you don't have to do it anymore. You can teach the people who you recruited, okay? Number 4, this is going to be another paid traffic source. I absolutely love this. The source we use for this is www.freeleadclub.com. www.freeleadclub.com. I'll put the link below. And this is going to be paid traffic that goes exactly to text message. It's paid phone numbers and names of people who have reached out for information about either your product or, more likely, the business opportunity. And you can just send them a text message. Okay, we do have a magic text message that we use that gets us incredible conversions. We paired that up with the website. So this is the flow for you. And if you want to get that magic text message script, which we know works, you can reach out to the person who sent you this video. They probably have a copy of it. If they don't, you can reach out directly to me via email or social media at the address below. Now, here's the thing. You send a text message to the individual, okay? That individual is going to decide whether or not to engage. And sometimes 20, 30, 40, even 50% of the time, people will engage and say, yes, I want more information. At that point, you send the link to your website. Again, having a quality website is crucial. If your company has great websites like mine does, you can use those. If it doesn't, you probably want to get a website made. And again, we do have certain business partners that we use that create websites. So if you need a website, reach out, use the information below, and I'll put you in touch with them and they'll get you squared away. But even if you don't, most companies have good enough websites to make this work. So you use the magic text message script. It goes directly to that individual. They can choose to engage or not. Then you send the website with the information about your product or your opportunity, and then they get an opportunity to join. It's absolutely amazing. I actually was speaking to a young lady on our team earlier today who was just shocked and amazed and tickled that she was getting responses from text messages from total strangers, and that she didn't have to talk to any of her friends, any of her family. I mean, it's 2025, folks, 2026. I mean, it's technology is a thing, so don't be afraid to leverage that. Now, here are the pros. They are high open rates, way superior than email, super high open rates. There's instant delivery. Okay, when you get the leads, they're coming to you fresh online after filling out a form online about making some money from home or in network marketing. So it's instant delivery. They're expecting you to text them. It's a high open rate. So the cons, you got to have a tough skin with those, because every so often you'll get a really negative person. I'll just tell you a story. I ended up texting one of my leads, and I still use the same service for years now. No need to change it. And I got a negative response. Now, typically, I just block this individual and move on. But I was curious. I don't know. I was in a curious mood. Why was this person being so negative? And I just sent one text message, which is really good. That works great all the time. And the person told me they had no idea that they was like, I've never filled out anything online for any opportunity. I was like, are you sure? Because our text message service that we use at freeleadclub.com, it gives us the time and date when they requested information and their IP address. It gives us a unique IP address. So I said, oh no, someone definitely from this IP address reached out for information. So he went and started basically investigating people at his home, and come to find out, because he had been unemployed for several months in between work, his wife was going online and putting his information in for every job, every money-making opportunity, everything she could possibly find. And so we got the crisis resolved. And just because you're wondering, no, he did not join. I never heard from him again. And that's probably for the best. But it was the principle that, text message traffic works. Okay. You do have to pay for it, but it's high open rates, instant delivery, and it's super awesome. I highly recommend it. Pro tip, make sure if you're not going to use our magic script and you're going to write your own, totally fine. Write like you're texting to a friend. Something personal is better than corporate. All right. You really just want to let them know that it's a real person on the other end of that website they were on. Okay. Let's move on. Number 5. This one's absolutely amazing. We call this one the silent salesman or a walking conversation starter. Number 5 right here is great for introverts. Anybody like that? I'm actually wearing one right now. Did you notice? It's going to be a curiosity button. I absolutely love curiosity buttons because these 2 to 3 inch buttons, you can, we have someone on our team who makes these, but you can get them on Amazon. They're pretty common. These 2 to 3 inch buttons on your shirt with curiosity phases like drink coffee and get paid, ask me how. Okay, one of my favorites that works right. This is the favorite I've been rocking now. Get healthy and wealthy, ask me how. Okay, and we have a weight loss variation that's coming out soon that we pair up with our new weight loss product our company's just releasing. So those curiosity phrases are absolutely amazing. It can be something like, ask me how I lost 30 pounds, or ask me about my side hustle, anything at all. The pros are it's an automatic conversation starter. It's passive lead generation. You don't have to go out to prospect. You can prospect while you're out. Just put the button on and forget about it and go on about your day wherever you're at. And shockingly, sometimes people will walk right up to you, look at the button, look at you, look back at the button, look at you, and then say, yes, I would like to know how. All right. So here's one of the cons. It does require you to be ready to talk. So one of my pro tips is already have what you're going to say thought out in your head and rehearsed and memorized before anyone comes to you and asks you about the button, because I'm telling you, it is a very, very typical response for people to go out and wear their button 5 days a week and to get at least a couple of very qualified responses from local people in your area who go to the same places you go and like the same things you do. So that one is absolutely amazing. Highly recommended. Again, not free, but not expensive. Everyone should have a button, because if you don't and you're just out in public walking around, how else are people going to know that your business is open when the open sign isn't turned on? Okay, this button says open, open. Oh, it's a flashing sign that says open. We got lots of great stories from people who have gotten recruits and got people signed up. A young lady was at the Whole Foods store and she had a button on, and a gentleman walked right up to her. It was actually this exact same style button. He walked right up and said, "Excuse me, are you in network marketing?" And she said, "Yes." And then he said, "I'm actually in between companies, and I kid you not, I was looking for a company to join. Can you send me some information about your company?" That gentleman went on to join and actually did very, very well, built a very significant business there in the local area. It was amazing, but it happens more often than you think. So curiosity buttons. Number 6, we're going to 10. Number 6, ways to make money and build your network marketing business. Number 6, live meetings. Ladies and gentlemen, I will always be a fan of a good old-fashioned live meeting. It's an energy multiplier. I don't care if it's a Zoom that's live, a Facebook Live that's live, or my personal favorite, a home meeting, a coffee shop meeting between friends, or a meeting at a hotel meeting. I love all of that stuff. In-person or Zoom or webinar style presentations that transfer belief and energy. You can even have a person who is way better than you at the business because they've been doing it longer. They can actually do the presentation for you. But here are the pros. It builds trust very, very fast, and the conversion rates are the highest in the history of the industry. The cons are it does require promotion. It does require scheduling and things of that nature. One of my pro tips, try to keep the presentation part to an hour or shorter. Curiosity plus energy is going to win, but that is the most amazing. If you look at the entire over 100-year history of our industry, live meetings are going to be the highest converting method that we have. Just hadn't changed. Okay, number 7, everybody loves this one. Social media, specifically Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Although we have sponsored people from Snapchat, Twitter, or X, and other places as well, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn are going to be the top 3 social media platforms that I've seen to recruit people into the business. Social media is really your digital stage. Okay, you can post lifestyle, content, videos or lives or pictures. You can post product stories, before and after testimonials. You can post behind the scenes content. That stuff is amazing. And the pros are, it's free. It's free to be on Facebook. It's duplicatable. Most people, 2.9 or 3 billion people on earth are on Facebook. If Facebook was a country, it'd be the biggest country in the history of the world. That's how many people are active users on Facebook. So it attracts leads, it's free, and it's very duplicatable, and people are on Facebook anyway. So it doesn't take a lot of time. The cons are, it does require consistency. The algorithm can be a little bit unpredictable, so you do need to take some time to learn that. And also, again, like with anything, you need to be ready with what to say next what to do next after someone says, hey, that products look great, I want to buy one. Those before and afters are amazing. How do I get that? Okay, things of that nature. So you do want to do some role playing on the front end with your mentor, sponsor, coach, or upline or support team, so you can know what to say or do after someone reaches out for information about Facebook. A pro tip, I really like Facebook stories. I like Facebook Reels and posts, and Facebook Live. But one of the cool things about Facebook stories is when you post Facebook stories, you can put a link to your video there, or a link to your business opportunity website like we do, or a direct link to your product so they can go right to buy it if they like what they see. Those are pro tips, and you can do that with stories and not be penalized for it. If you put a link in your Facebook post, the algorithm will penalize you for it. And try to use maybe 3, 4, 5 posts that are about value and curiosity for every direct offer, like a 5-to-1. Don't just hammer people over the head, product, buy product, buy product. Give them 2 or 3 value posts, 2 or 3 entertaining or educational or empowerment or engagement posts, 1 or 2 curiosity posts. And then after 5 or 6 posts, then you post a direct offer to give them an opportunity to buy. Number 8, ladies and gentlemen, this one is solid gold. This is a hot market formula. I actually learned this from Lisa Grossman and Curtis Broom many years ago in the industry. But the hot market, the number 8 way we're discussing today on how to build your business, is great because your hot market is not cold market, like a lead or an email. Hot market is not your warm market, like your kind of coworkers at work or people you know from the gym but don't really know, right? Hot market is going to be your family and friends and people that are so close to you, okay, that they trust you so much, they love you so much that they don't trust your business sense, not at all, okay? So these aren't always the people that you want to reach out to about your business opportunity, all right? These are going to be people very close to you. It can be as simple as mom, dad, spouse, brother, sister, best friend, some person that you can call or text. Phone calls work better because remember, these are the 5 or 6 or 10 people that are closest to you in life, closer than anybody else. So it's a short trust curve because rapport is already there. It's easy to connect, okay? And you're using the Girl Scout cookie approach. Hey, Uncle Jeff, this is your favorite nephew, Will. I'm starting my own business. I'm really trying to better my life. I'm not asking you to join, and I'm not asking you to get on auto ship, but could you support me with a one-time order from my website? If you like it, I'll show you how to get the product for a discount. If you don't like the product after you use it, you will never hear about this from me ever again. Can I count on you for your support? It would mean the world to me. It's really just a 20 to 30 second, really heartfelt, really honest phone call with the people who are going to be in your life no matter what. And when you ask that super close individual, that member of your hot market, you say, hey, I'm starting a business. I'm not asking you to join. I'm not asking you to get on auto ship, but it would mean the world to me if you would be able to place a one-time order. You could just buy a product from me one time. I don't even care what you buy, but buy a product from me one time. I would appreciate it so much. Your support would mean everything to me. Can I count on you? If you like the product, I'll show you how to get it again for a discount. If you don't like the product, you will never hear about it from me ever again. Can I count on you? And then don't say nothing. Be quiet. Let the silence, if there is any, be deafening. But we have had people make over $400 in commissions, not sales, over $400 in commissions, okay, in less than an hour, and a little bit less than an hour by just getting on the phone and calling their hot market. We'd have people get up to 27 new orders in less than an hour. We had one young man, it might have been a young lady, a couple of events ago, we did this live, and in 30 minutes, they had 17 orders, 17 new orders of various amounts from the website. So that's number 8, the hot market approach, and it works amazing. Number 9, this has been a solid gold standard in network marketing for a very long time. It's going to be sampling. Okay, sampling. Sometimes you got to let the product speak. Everybody knows how to give out a sample. There are some really amazing scripts to use. A pro tip for sampling would be to always set a follow-up appointment when giving a sample so you can reach out to them to see how they liked it, because their feedback is very valuable to you. Okay, and they might even like it so much that they become a customer. But sampling is very important. It's been a very well-respected industry, I think, for a very long time. You can do it with handheld products. Very difficult to do it with digital products, though. Again, I'm a physical product person more than anything. So you're giving prospects a sample with the story attached, and then you're going to book that follow-up appointment whenever you give the sample. The pros are, it's tangible proof. Okay, nobody who's ever given away a product has been said, this must be a pyramid scheme or a scam. You're giving them a product for them to use, and a product you use and a product you enjoy very much, or else you wouldn't be sharing it with them. It builds belief very fast, but it does cost money, because you have to give away products that aren't the ones that you're using for your personal consumption, and you do have to follow up. Okay, number 10. All right, any local or travel networking events. Okay, now this is the one thing on this list where I'm not a super huge fan of. I've done it. They work really well, super well. One of the young ladies on our team who does that, does these events, is over $100,000 in commissions already. Another young lady is, I think, over $20,000, and she's relatively new to the team. Another gentleman, I think, is at the $5,000 or $10,000 range, and he's only done 1 or 2 of these that I can think of. But the farmers markets, the vendor booths, we have another young lady out of New York who's made over $50,000, and I think all she does is vendor booth type events. Okay, so it definitely works. It gets you in front of real people in the community or places where you want to travel to. Business mixers work, like the Chamber of Commerce and stuff like that. Network, local and travel networking events are really good. Now the pros are, it builds a local presence or builds your presence in the place where you want to be. It's also going to position you as a trusted face, okay, in your area, wherever those are. Now, the cons are, it may require booth fees. They typically do. Sometimes it requires travel. It requires time. You got to set up your booth or your table at the farmer's market. They're really weather dependent. If the weather's bad that day, you're not going to get the same amount of results, because a lot of people aren't going to come, especially if it's outdoor. I've heard some horror stories about that. But the bottom line is, it just absolutely works for people who enjoy that type of interaction. I know, and I've coached people who really do well with it. But out of all these, this one is probably the only one that I don't do consistently. Everything else you saw, I do that pretty consistently, because it's simple, it's easy, it's duplicatable, and it flat out works. Okay, so let's do a bonus one right quick. But Will, number 10, you didn't even like that one too much. Well, I'll give you a bonus one. So let's do number 11. There'll be a free bonus for you. We'll give you 2. We got time for 2. Car magnets. Now, I know this seems old school, but I'm gonna tell you, a car magnet works. It is literally a moving billboard on your vehicle that sparks curiosity everywhere you drive and everywhere you park. And you'll be shocked at how many website visits you get if you have a QR code on your car magnet. And even if you just have a phone number or social media information, you're going to get some contacts too. Okay, now here are the pros. It works 24/7, all right? It's a low cost over time. You just buy them one time and you get them designed and you use these amazing colorful magnets, okay? The cons are you have to keep your car clean and professional looking, and it really, really helps if you have a nice car, all right? If your car's not nice, it might do you more harm than good, to be quite frank, but you do want to have a clean car that's professional looking, and the nicer the car, the better the car magnets work. I know people are superficial, but I got to give you the truth on what works, right? So that being said, last one, bonus method number 11 was car magnets. Bonus method number 12, the last one we have time to cover, is going to be t-shirts. All right, kind of like the t-shirt I have on right now. It says MLM is a sport. Okay, MLM is a sport. We say that all the time around here. I've been stopped and people have asked me when I'm just out in public living my life and I happen to have on a t-shirt like this, even when I don't have a button with it. Okay, I'll do either or, sometimes both. They will stop and ask and say, what is MLM? I don't even know what that is. Okay, and then I can easily respond, use an icebreaker there and get their contact information. It literally happens all the time. And it's because the t-shirt generated the curiosity. A friend of mine, Coach Marcus Jones, he's $1 million earner with our company. He had a t-shirt and we went to an event in Denver, Colorado Springs. And we were on a trolley of some sort in the mountain town of whatever this town was, where the mountains are at, inside Colorado Springs or near Colorado Springs. Someone on the trolley, the streetcar, a total stranger, looked at his shirt and then got their phone out and scanned the QR code and ordered product right there. And he got the email notification and we had a good laugh about how that happened. And the guy literally is sitting like 2 seats over from us on the streetcar. So t-shirts are amazing. They're fun. You can wear Nike, you can wear Adidas, you can wear Supreme, you can wear Gucci and all these clothes. Please be okay with wearing some clothes that promote your business instead of always wearing clothes that promote basically every business except yours. All right. So I love t-shirts. All right. So all 12 of these methods work. The only way they don't work is if you don't use them. So go to those 12, choose your weapons wisely, pick your weapons, and let's go build something worth talking about. This is Will Zanders. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you on the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.